We'll start off quickly. So, based on yesterday's knowledge about macrocytic anemias, vitamin B12 deficiency, folate deficiency, and other causes of macrocytic anemia, we'll start off with one MCQ. Which one of the following drugs causes folate deficiency? Okay, the options are valproic acid, metformin, prednisolone, zinc, gluconate. When it comes to folate deficiency, I told you the drugs which you have to remember is methotrexate, pyrimethamine, trimethoprim, okay, and 6-mercaptopurine, those drugs, okay, which those anti-cancer drugs. Along with that, you have to remember barbiturates and anticonvulsants. Amongst these drugs, we don't know the exact mechanism of action of barbiturates and anticonvulsant drugs. You should remember that key point. See here, valproic acid is an anticonvulsant. We don't know the mechanism of action, but now we know that it can cause folate deficiency. So your option will be valproic acid. But let us go through the other options, because valproic acid is the first option. You got the answer right. But let us go to the other option, metformin. Metformin is usually associated with vitamin B12 deficiency. Okay, and prednisolone usually does not cause vitamin B12 or folate deficiency. It is not associated with either of them. Okay, and zinc gluconate usually causes copper deficiency. So when copper deficiency occurs, it is usually MHA. Okay, zinc glutamate causes copper deficiency leading to MHA. Fine. Okay, so next after this we'll see the differences between vitamin B12 and folate. It is the summary of whatever I explained. Okay, so typically dietary intake of vitamin B12 will be 7 to 30 micrograms. Folate will be higher, 200 to 250 micrograms. Okay, and vitamin B12 is animal products only. This was a question in the last NEET PG. Okay, folate many foods, especially greens and those which contain yeast. Okay, so dairy products are good. Fine. Next, effect of cooking. Vitamin B12, there is very little effect, but folate can be easily destroyed. Okay, minimal adult daily requirement is 2 microgram in case of vitamin B12, 100 to 200 microgram in case of folate. If you remember, I told you 1 microgram to 2 microgram is only absorbed. Whatever dose you give vitamin B12 per day, only this much can be absorbed in the body. That is also an important question. Okay. The next important question is body stores 2 to 3 milligram. Okay, 2 to 3 milligram in case of vitamin B12, and this is sufficient for 2 to 4 years. Remember, body stores of vitamin B12 is sufficient for 2 to 4 years. Okay, but folate is, though it is higher level is present in the body, it is sufficient for just 4 months. It is sufficient for just 4 months. Okay, fine. Then absorption, you all know vitamin B12 is in the ileum. Folate is in the proximal small intestine, like iron. Okay, and that is why celiac sprue will affect vitamin B12 and non-celiac, okay, non-tropical sprue, that will affect folate. Okay, tropical sprue will affect ileum and non-tropical sprue will affect folate deficiency. Next, that point is okay, that is not important for your entrance. Transport in plasma, vitamin B12 by 2 forms, haptocorrin and transcobalamin. See, haptocorrin is nothing but transcobalamin 1. Regular transcobalamin is transcobalamin 2. Okay, transcobalamin 2 is the one which is going to bind vitamin B12 in the plasma, and it is going to give it to the erythropoietic cells or whatever cells which requires vitamin B12. That vitamin B12 which is going to be bound to the haptocorrin which is present in the saliva, that is otherwise called transcobalamin 1, it is non-functional. We cannot utilize that. Okay, you understood? Fine. Next, folate is weakly bound to albumin. And then, usual therapeutic form is hydroxycobalamin. This you have to remember. Okay, and here it is folic, pteroglutamic acid. Okay, here it is folic acid, pteroglutamic acid. Fine, these are questions. Okay. Now, yesterday I in detail explained to you about neuropathy, isn't it? Neuropathy which occurs due to vitamin B12 deficiency. What are the other manifestations of vitamin B12 deficiency? You all know that the patient will have lethargy, the patient will have anemia, beefy tongue, then chelosis, all those things you know. Along with that, you have to know that megaloblastic anemia occurs in both Okay, macrocytosis of epithelial cell surface. Say for example, you take a buccal smear and see the cells will have the cells will be larger with larger nuclei and open chromatin. Okay, because of the lag of maturation in nuclei. Okay, so macrocytosis of epithelial cell surfaces. If you see buccal smear, if you see pap smear, all those things you can see. All those places you can see macrocytosis. And neuropathy, yesterday it is explained in detail for vitamin B12 deficiency. And most important thing is sterility. That is why if you have observed, they give 5 milligram of folate and vitamin B12 complex to people who complain of sterility in case of infertility. Okay, so sterility can also be a manifestation of especially folate deficiency. Fine. Then reversible melanin skin pigmentation. This is for vitamin B12 deficiency. Vitamin B12 deficient patient will show melanin pigmentation, hyperpigmentation, and that is reversible. Okay, and then there is decreased osteoblastic activity. Okay, and the neural tube defects in case of fetus. Okay, it can be anencephaly. Okay, it can be encephalocele. It can be spina bifida. Okay, that is why empirically we give 400 microgram of folic acid to all pregnant women. In fact, it is advised even before pregnancy. Okay, pre-pregnancy and first trimester of pregnancy. Fine. So these are the effects of vitamin B12 and folate deficiency. See, this is spina bifida, folate deficiency, neural tube defects. Okay. Then this is the peripheral smear of megaloblastic anemia, macrocytic anemia. In general now I'll be speaking about megaloblastic anemia. So I'll use the term macrocytic anemia. Okay. So in this peripheral smear, you're seeing that one major clue they have given is hypersegmented neutrophil. Always remember hypersegmented neutrophil. More than 5% of the neutrophils having 5 lobes, or even one neutrophil having more than 5 lobes. Then it is called hypersegmented. You can give it as hypersegmented neutrophils found. Okay, that is an important clue for megaloblastic anemia. Okay, megaloblastic anemia, this is one point. And in case of bone marrow, the same thing in WBC series we see. In megaloblastic anemia we see what? Giant band forms. Giant band forms. Okay, so when coming to this peripheral smear, if you see these cells, observe these cells. They are larger, almost oval in shape, and the pallor is very, very less, or in fact absent in many cells. Okay, so these are all macrocytes, macroovalocytes to be more specific. Okay, and there are few microcytes. Okay, there are few microcytes, but still this becomes a dimorphic picture, but these are all macrocytes. Okay, we see dimorphic picture in vitamin B12 and folate deficiency. Okay, we can see. Because usually in nutritional anemia, the patient will have concomitant iron deficiency also. Right? I hope you understood this. Okay, peripheral smear, you should be able to pick it up. And see, bone marrow aspirate, these are called megaloblasts. I mean, these are normoblasts and these are called megaloblasts. Okay. See, these are normoblasts. See, when you observe the cytoplasm of these erythroblasts, the cytoplasm, the hemoglobinization is less. It is more blue in color. But if you observe here, the pink orthochromatism is appeared. The hemoglobinization has occurred. But the nucleus, if you observe, they are similar. In fact, when there is this much of hemoglobinization, the nucleus should have been condensed, okay, more matured. But that is not happening. Okay, so cytoplasm is maturing normally, but compared to the cytoplasmic maturation, the nucleus is not maturing. So there is a lag in nuclear maturity and with open chromatin. So these are called megaloblasts. These are called megaloblasts. Fine. And see, these are giant band forms. These are giant band forms. See, this is a late erythroblast. This is a late erythroblast. Hemoglobin, it is completely hemoglobinized. But see the nucleus and the chromatin, it is still open. Okay, fine. I want you to remember this image and this image. These are giant band forms. See, these are all giant band forms. So treatment of megaloblastic anemia, see the compound, I told you vitamin B12 can be cyanocobalamin, adenocobalamin, hydroxycobalamin, methylcobalamin, isn't it? For treatment, we use hydroxycobalamin. Adenocobalamin is very unstable, okay? And methylcobalamin, it is naturally found and it is found in the body for all those reactions, okay? Then for folate deficiency, the compound we give is folic acid. For methotrexate toxicity, we give folinic acid. Here it is folic acid. Okay, fine. The route is intramuscular. Vitamin B12, of course, oral also can be given. Okay, and folic acid is usually oral. The dose is 1000 microgram. Okay, for moderate amount of anemia, 1500 in case of severe anemia. Folate deficiency, 5 milligram per day orally. Okay, this can be given for a 5 to 6 dose. Okay, this can be given 5 to 6 dose over 2 to 3 weeks. Per dose, we can give 1000 microgram. Okay, see here. Oh, it's given here. 6 into 1000 microgram over 2 to 3 weeks. Here it is daily for 4 months because 4 months the stores will get over. So we have to replenish the stores. Okay, fine. Maintenance every 3 months 1000 microgram will do. Or lifelong oral tablets. Okay, here it depends. Fine. Then prophylactically we can give an ileal resection, total gastrectomy. Okay, and for vegans. Prophylactically, definitely you have to give in pregnancy. And severe hemolytic anemia. This is an important question. In severe hemolytic anemia, we will see folate deficiency. Okay, fine. So the question is, which one of the following supplements is used as therapeutical? Okay, adenosylcobalamin, polyglutamate folate, hydroxycobalamin, methyl tetrahydrofolate. See, methyl tetrahydrofolate is found in the body for reactions that you know. Okay, methyl THF. All those reactions, I have shown you this. Okay. Polyglutamate folate is the folate form which is present as coenzyme for most of the reactions in the cell. Okay. Adenosylcobalamin, yes, it is used in conversion of methylmalonyl CoA to succinyl CoA. Okay, but this is very unstable, so we usually don't give it therapeutically. Therapeutically and commercially, what is produced is hydroxycobalamin. So this will be your answer. Thank you.
Best training, peaceful environment, PG medical entrance exam preparation were my expectations. I got them at Speed Medical Village in Kanchipuram. Today, I am a PG topper.
Speed Medical Village, a unique eco-friendly campus dedicated for PG preparation. Speed Medical Institute, a complete solution for medical education.